What's good is King Kai. Your dream car is stupid and I hate you. Alright, now this is what I mean by this, okay? A lot of young guys have the motivation of trying to get some kind of car that they always wanted, okay? They want to get the Maserati or the Lamborghini. I don't know anything about these cars, to be honest with you. But a lot of guys use these material possessions as a motivation for them to try to get better. Now, the reason why I hate this idea so much is because it feeds into the idea that consumerism will make you happy. You believe that if you get the car that you always wanted, you'll finally be happy. And that is such a fallacy that has not been challenged by schools or anything like that, because they want to keep you stupid and keep you in debt, okay? Now, I see young guys all the time. They have this special car or whatever. Now, they get it because they want to impress the people around them. They say it's because they actually like cars, but I would wager that if not a single person would be allowed to see your car, they would not get it, because they like the feeling of saying like, "Oh, good job, Jimmy. You got a that's a BMW. Whoa, that's nice. That's really nice." And then you drive away like, "Hey, they like my car though. You look like a clown. You're a clown." And then now you gotta pay this $500 car payment. Okay. If you are young, if you're in my age range, you likely do not have a fully established career or life yet. Okay. So now, why do you think it's a good idea for you to get a car that you can't afford? You're not gonna save up for it. You know how much those cars cost? They cost quite a lot of money. And that means that you're going to have to put a down payment on it. Do you know what a down payment is? Some guys don't even know what a down payment is. But you have to put a down payment on the car, and then now you're indebted to this car. So many guys say like, oh yeah, I got this new car. I just got like two more years left on the loan, and it's mine. Not knowing that the car is depreciating over time, and then they have to stay at the job that they don't like. You get a job that you don't like to pay bills on a car to impress people that don't even like you that much. And then you're the clown here. You're the one who lost. Now, I'm just saying this because I want you to reevaluate what is important to you. Now, a lot of guys feel like the car is important. I remember when I started in real estate, right? I thought that material possessions were the thing to go after. So I watched other real estate agents on YouTube trying to learn how to work this business, right? And a lot of them had like Lamborghinis. You know, the number one sports car to go to if you want to impress people on social media who are easily impressed, a Lamborghini. So a lot of them had Lamborghinis, and then I was trying to look for any kind of motivation to really work as hard as I could, so I printed out a picture of a Lamborghini and put it in front of my computer desk. Now, that didn't evoke any kind of emotion out of me whatsoever, but I didn't understand why. I'm like, oh, I want the Lamborghini, I want it. But that wasn't very motivating to me. I remember like when I was working a separate job at the time, it was like I was a UPS helper, so I was like helping like the UPS driver like deliver the packages, right? And then at the store that I was at, like we made a pit stop at a UPS store. There was a Lamborghini parked outside of that store. That's the first time I've ever seen one in person. And then I looked at it, and I'm just like, I don't feel anything. I don't get it doesn't look that cool. I don't really care about it. Like, what's the point of this, right? And then after doing some more introspection, I realized that material things are not the thing that I need to really enjoy myself. The thing is, I wasn't really on self-improvement yet, like concrete yet. I was like on a path to improve myself, but it wasn't really like, this is self-improvement, I'm trying to get better. But I realized during that time, like of me trying to figure out like which direction I'm going to go, materialistic things are not going to make me happy. There's also another story of this guy that I used to work with at Walmart, and he always had something new. Always had a new little gadget, toy, or piece of clothing, and he would come to work in those clothes. So he would get a new pair of shoes, and then he'd be like, "Everyone, hey, don't step on my shoes. Like they're new, okay? These are $300. Don't step on my shoes." And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna step on your shoes, bro. I wasn't planning on doing it. And then like he threatened to fight people if they did step on his shoes. But he made sure that you knew that it was $300. When he got headphones, like Beats or something, like, oh yeah, these headphones, these are like $200. But yeah, like see these, they're $200. If you got a new necklace, yeah, this is $300. You work at Walmart, dude. You're spending all your money on stupid stuff. He got a new 4K TV. He got the new PS4. He got all this stuff. And then one day I overheard him talking. He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to someone else. That he said that I thought all these things would make me happy, but then in the end they didn't. Haha! He laughed at the end of that, by the way, because he was depressed and didn't understand why. So I learned that materialistic things are not the thing to chase after. Like, you need to chase after some kind of purpose. If your only goal is a car, then I hate you. All right? That's so ridiculous, in my opinion. You need to have something greater beyond yourself to push you to go after the things that you want, okay? Why on earth would you enslave yourself to a car that you cannot afford? If you hate your job, you should not be financing a car. Do you understand me? Do you know what that means? Like, financing a car, that means that you need to make payments every single month. And you think that, oh, it's only $130, $100, $200, $300 a month. That is true. But that is less money that you get for tomorrow. That is more hours that you have to spend at work. That is less time you get to invest in yourself because you have to stay at work. And that's more unhappy you become. If you live trying to get new big stuff, the things that you want to own end up owning you. Do you understand that? The things that you own end up owning you. That is very true. If you want a car, it's going to own you. Your name's going to be on the papers, but you better not skip work. You better not break your leg. You better have some money in savings. Because if you don't, that car's going to kick your ass. And then if it gets repoed because you can't pay for it, your credit score drops and everything else gets screwed over. Pay it in cash, dude. And if you can't, go buy a used car. I have a 98 Acura that I bought off my stepdad a few months ago, okay? And I didn't spend that much money for it, but the car is obviously used. But the money I did spend, I could have gotten a down payment on something else. Or I could have just used some more extra money and then use it for a down payment for something else, right? And I had comments, people were saying how old is this car? I'm like, it's a 98. So what? I do not care about the car. The car is good. If you know about Acura Integras, it's a good car. I love it. I love driving it, right? I used to have a BMW. You know those cars that you people like so much? I used to have a BMW that my dad sold me. The thing is, it's helped me out a ton. I'm very grateful for the car, but Jesus, it's a giant child. It's a child. It's like, if you do anything that's out of the ordinary, check engine light, check engine. Wah, I need an oil change. My hose broke, but you can't find it. It's hidden under the engine. Oh, I need an oil change. Oh, you better figure out. Here's a map to find where the oil is at. Oh, I need to change my coolant tank. Oh, okay, make sure you take out the mass airflow sensor, take out the air block, blah, blah, blah. You have to take out a whole bunch of stuff, right? Okay, you don't really have to take all the stuff out, but I'm exaggerating. You know BMWs are just flipped upside down on purpose because they're making it harder for you to do it yourself so you can bring it into the shops. But that Acura Integra, when I had to change a hose, oh, that hose is broken. Click, click, done. I'll take that over a luxury car any day of the week. Any day of the week. See, the thing is, my car wasn't really luxury. It was really old. It was a 2004, but it was still BMW. Everything was breaking because everything is plastic, and it's just annoying. People do the same thing with these new cars. You see Lamborghinis don't even last that long. You can't drive it that much, and it breaks down super fast. What's the point of that? And you still have to pay for it if it gets repoed. You're still paying for it if it gets towed to the shop. If you have a dream car, I hate you. Your dream car is stupid, bro. Please reassess your goals, because that's not what you want. I promise you, because there are people, I had friends who had cars. They want to get a lease. They want to get a car payment, and they can't leave their job. The job that they hate. They use the money that they got from the job that they hate on a car that they think will make them feel better, then they hate both things. Now they hate the job, and they hate the car, and then they hate the job even more, and then they hate the car even more, and it just keeps spiraling. Don't put yourself into debt, bro. You think it's worth it? You think it's I have this thing, but it's not worth it, I promise you. Why put yourself in debt? Why? If you don't need to. And the thing is, I'm talking to guys who don't have children, right? If you're like me, you don't have kids. So if you don't have to put yourself into debt, then don't do it. Let's say that you have kids, then go make the down payment. If you need a car right now, go make the down payment. That's a completely different story. That's completely different. But if you're like me, you don't have kids, you don't need to get a nice car. It's not possible, or it's not necessary. You don't need it. You think you do, but you really don't. You just want it because you like want girls to be like, oh my god, nice car. Oh my god. Oh, let's go to the mountains and do coitus and bump uglies. That's what you want. You want validation. Stop being a buster, dude. Stop looking for validation outside of yourself. The car will not help you. You need bigger goals outside of materialistic things. Do not fall for consumerism. It's not going to help you, all right? That's all I have for this video. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, okay? But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join my Discord server in the description, all right? See you in the next video. Deuces.